Hi friends, this is Wendy with Love and Stampin', and I am excited you're here with me today. We are going to make another light up card. In fact, I have two for you this week. Today I'm going to use the cool Twinkle lights from Pear Blossom Press. I'm going to link to these lights below the video, but I'm also going to leave a supply list link to everything, so you can just click that and you'll see it all. But check these lights out. When you hold this down, they twinkle. Oh my gosh, I just cannot get over all the fun lights at Pear Blossom Press. They're so fun. We actually collaborated with Pixie Dust Designs, and I was given a choice to use some different dies, and this is the one I chose. So this one says "Oh Holy Night," and the O in the holy is a little nativity scene, and then there's some little stars that cut out as well. So I took some inks they're distress inks, and I blended this up. I used Chip Sapphire, Villainous Potion. I used one other color and Blueprint Sketch. And then I used Black Soot to create the cityscape here. And I'm using a stencil from, I believe it's from Hero Arts. It'll be linked below the video. Nope, it's from Altenew. Sorry. And I'll link it below the video in that supply list. But I'm going to use all of these to create a really beautiful background, and then we're going to die cut right out of it. Now, I actually created this card in the Creative Vault over on my membership site, and this video was originally about an hour and 23 minutes long. We did a live where we chatted, and I really walked through all the details of this card step by step. Here I'm kind of giving you a Reader's Digest version of how I put this card together. If you are interested in joining my membership, it is 50% off this week only. So you use the code SUMMER. The link is below the video. And if you use the code SUMMER, you will be locked in at 50% off the regular price. I literally only do this like one time a year because there is over a year, I think we're almost at a year and a half worth of content in the Creative Vault, classes, live events, and starting in August, we are going to be doing technique classes every month live. But if you can't be there live, it's okay because it's all recorded and it's all housed in the vault forever. So as long as you have access to the vault, you have access to all of the classes, not just the current ones, but the ones from the past. So again, I'll link to that below. So here I have already die cut out my Oh Holy Night, and then I'm going to layer it back in. So it kind of has this really cool embossed look. And then I've added vellum to the back of this cardstock so that I can add my lights behind that. Once I have the frame all popped in place, then I'm actually going to add back in the inside pieces. So I kind of debated if I wanted to leave this all open or if I wanted to add all the insides. And then I ultimately decided that I did want to go ahead and add those layers back in. So I'm using my precision glue press and tweezers because these are obviously fairly delicate. And as you can see with this card, or with this die, excuse me, there are many, many options that you could use this for. You could simply use the Oh Holy Night cutout on a card. Because we were partnering or collaborating with Pear Blossom Press and Pixie Designs, I wanted to use lights, and I felt like it was perfect. Now, let me just talk to you really quick about how zoomed in I am. That was an accident. And there I fixed it. I had accidentally hit the zoom in button on my camera that I was recording on, and I didn't realize it. So anyway, that's why it was like that. This is a little stamp set from Pear Blossom Press that has the words like press, push, press here. I think there's a scratch off button. You can see it there to the right. There's lots of different little sayings for your button, and you need to add this when you're making a light up card because this is how your recipient knows that this is an interactive card. I'm using my original size Misty for this card because it is a slimline card. I cut the card base at 7x7 and scored it at 3.5 to make a 3.5 by 7-inch card. I stamped that little sentiment in Versamark ink, and then I'm heat setting it with white heat embossing powder from Hero Arts. And then we just have to place the light. So I'm adding strong double-sided adhesive on the back of the light itself. And then we're going to add it to a extra layer. So this will go on the front of the card. I'm just lining everything up, making sure everything's going to work right. And basically I do that several times throughout the process of trying to make a light card. Is I just do lots of pausing and lining things up. It's really not hard. I have to say it's something I would have thought was very difficult. And the more I've made them, they're really not hard at all. So I really encourage you to try it. So here I've got 3 little lights here that I need to tape in place. So basically I'm going to use good old Scotch tape, and I'm going to just go around and add all of these lights exactly where I want them, line them up right where I want them to be, and then I'll tape them down so that when the button is pushed down, the light will twinkle in the right spot. I don't want to put the light directly behind the stars and directly behind the nativity scene, because then it's like too bright, if that makes sense. So I'm kind of like using my pencil and marking the area to put them a little bit off edge. So they'll still light up, but it's not like the exact bulb right behind it, if that makes sense. So here I'm just untangling them a little bit, and then I'm going to get them situated where I want them, and then just tape them down using Scotch tape. And really quick, I do just want to mention Pixie Dust Designs did have a new release, and they have some really cool Christmas dies. I'm actually going to do some guest designing for them in the fall, and you are going to love some of the stuff I'm going to use. But if you want to check them out now, you can do that. Again, click the links below the video and it'll take you to the supply list, and it'll take you to my blog post. Okay, check this out. So we have it all lined up, and then I'm pushing it down, and you can see it twinkles. So I really should have shut my lights off for you guys so you could see this twinkle like in the dark, but I didn't think of it honestly when I was recording this. So now I'm going to use World's Best Foam Tape from Pear Blossom Press, and it literally is the world's best foam tape. This stuff is repositionable for up to 24 hours. So the reason that that's an amazing thing is because when you're constructing a light up card, sometimes you don't get things lined up just right. In fact, you're going to see here where I don't get everything lined up just right. I turn it over and I have to pull this off. It comes right off with no problem whatsoever. And then I'm able to add the entire panel to the front. Now I really wanted to highlight that Oh Holy Night, so I die cut silver foil with just the frame, Oh Holy Night frame, and I'm adding that right over the top. And then that kind of like pulls the card all the way together. It separates the inside from the outside and really steps this card up to where it needed to be. In the video, it is a little difficult to tell that is silver foil, but it is. It almost looks like white cardstock, but it's silver foil. It's really beautiful in person. And I have to say, sometimes on video and photos, you just can't get the full package, you know? You might notice there's some little white specks in the background. I used some Copic opaque ink to create splatters to look like snow, and this pretty much finishes the card. I added a few gems from Pajama Crafter Stamps, and that's it. This is the whole card. So I hope you enjoyed. If you want to watch another video from me, click either one you see here, click my face to subscribe, follow me on social media, make sure you shop those links below, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Thanks so much for being here. I'll talk to you again really soon. Bye-bye.